Not all escapes involve scaling walls or digging tunnels. Some are woven from threads of trust, manipulation, and a calculated breach of the system itself. This is the story of Jean-Pierre Treiber, a cunning criminal who orchestrated his freedom from the inside out. His weapon, the very people tasked with his security. Jean-Pierre Treiber was born on April 8, 1963, in Auxerre, France. Before his criminal notoriety, Treiber lived a relatively obscure life as a forest ranger. His background did not suggest a future as one of France's most infamous escapees. He was known to be a solitary and quiet individual. However, his life took a dramatic turn in 2004 when he became the prime suspect in a gruesome double murder case that shocked the nation. Treiber was arrested and charged with the murders of Geraldine Giraud, an actress and daughter of famous French actor Roland Giraud, and her friend Katia Lerbier. The two women went missing in November 2004, and their bodies were discovered 2 weeks later in a well on Treiber's property in Villeneuve-sur-Yonne. Both had been strangled. The evidence against Treiber was circumstantial but compelling. Items belonging to the victims were found in his home, and he was accused of using their credit cards and forging checks in their names. Despite his claims of innocence, the severity of the charges and the nature of the evidence led to his imprisonment in the Auxerre prison, a high-security facility in Burgundy, France, as he awaited trial. Treiber's escape from Auxerre prison was not an impulsive act but the result of meticulous planning and preparation, showcasing his cunning and resourcefulness. Treiber's background as a forest ranger may have equipped him with knowledge and skills useful for evasion and survival. While incarcerated, he gathered crucial information about the prison's routines, security protocols, and potential weak points. He observed the daily movements of the guards, the timings of their shifts, and the layout of the prison facilities. Although there was no direct evidence of outside accomplices, Treiber likely had support from individuals sympathetic to his plight or who shared a vested interest in his escape. However, it appears that most of his planning and execution were conducted independently, underscoring his capability to operate alone effectively. Treiber used everyday items available to him within the prison to aid his escape. Over time, he accumulated materials that could be used to fashion tools or assist in his breakout. This included exploiting weaknesses in the prison's infrastructure and using his knowledge to manipulate his environment to his advantage. Jean-Pierre Treiber's escape from Auxerre prison on September 8, 2009 was an extraordinary event that drew national attention and criticism of the French prison system. On the day of his escape, Treiber managed to evade the attention of the guards and access the prison's administrative area. Using a fake authorization, he fooled the guards into thinking he had legitimate reasons to be there. This maneuver allowed him to blend in and avoid immediate detection. Treiber's ingenuity shone through in his method of escape. He hid inside a cardboard box typically used for packaging mail and supplies. The box was sealed and placed on a pallet among other items scheduled for delivery. The prison's routine procedures did not involve checking each package thoroughly, allowing Treiber to be transported out of the prison undetected. Once outside the prison walls, Treiber emerged from his hiding place and quickly fled the area. He had planned his escape route meticulously, avoiding main roads and using his knowledge of the terrain to remain hidden. Treiber's background as a forest ranger proved invaluable as he could navigate through rural and forested areas with ease. The escape of Jean-Pierre Treiber initiated one of the largest manhunts in recent French history, involving extensive resources and coordination among various law enforcement agencies. The authorities deployed numerous strategies to track down Treiber. They monitored his known associates, intercepted communications, and gathered information from informants within the criminal underworld. The police also released his description to the public, appealing for any information that could lead to his capture. Treiber's escape and the subsequent manhunt received widespread media coverage. This constant spotlight put pressure on the police to recapture him and kept the public informed of developments. The media often speculated on his whereabouts and potential next moves, which sometimes provided valuable tips to the authorities but also added an element of unpredictability to the manhunt. Law enforcement agencies conducted extensive searches in areas where Treiber was thought to be hiding. This included rural and forested regions, where his skills as a forest ranger could help him survive. The police set up roadblocks, increased patrols, and used helicopters equipped with thermal imaging to locate him. Jean-Pierre Treiber managed to evade capture for several months, moving stealthily and relying on his survival skills. However, the pressure of constant evasion and the difficulty of sustaining a fugitive lifestyle took their toll. There were several reported sightings of Treiber during the manhunt, often leading to high-intensity search operations. These sightings usually ended in near misses, with Treiber managing to slip away just before the authorities could apprehend him. His ability to evade capture for so long demonstrated both his resourcefulness and the challenges faced by law enforcement. On November 20, 2009, authorities closed in on Treiber's location after receiving a tip-off. He was found hiding in a forested area near Melun, approximately 50 kilometers southeast of Paris. Realizing that his capture was imminent and unwilling to return to prison, Treiber took his own life by ingesting poison. His body was discovered shortly afterward, bringing an end to the dramatic manhunt. The escape and eventual death of Jean-Pierre Treiber had significant implications for the French prison system and the justice system as a whole. Treiber's escape highlighted serious flaws in the French prison system, particularly concerning security protocols and the management of high-risk inmates. In response, the government initiated a series of reforms aimed at improving prison security. These reforms included stricter control measures, enhanced surveillance, and better training for prison staff to prevent similar incidents in the future. The case prompted a re-evaluation of the procedures for handling prisoners awaiting trial for serious offenses. It underscored the need for a balance between maintaining security and upholding the rights of inmates, ensuring that due process is followed without compromising public safety. The public and media reaction to Treiber's escape and death was intense and varied. Some viewed him as a symbol of the failings of the justice system, while others saw his actions as those of a desperate man who believed in his innocence. The case continued to generate debate and discussion long after his death, particularly regarding the treatment of suspects in high-profile cases. Jean-Pierre Treiber's escape from Auxerre prison and his subsequent life on the run are a testament to his resourcefulness and determination. His actions exposed significant vulnerabilities within the French prison system and led to important reforms aimed at preventing future escapes. Although his life ended tragically, Treiber's story continues to be a subject of fascination and debate, highlighting the complex interplay between crime, justice, and human ingenuity. Jean-Pierre Treiber's escape exposed a shocking security lapse, leaving a trail of questions and a nation on edge. Did he exploit a weakness in the system, or was there something more sinister at play? Hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending true crime stories, because sometimes the greatest danger comes from within.